Get the work and put it in the pot. Mix the motherfucker till it rock. Roll it till it fit into the needle, then you stick it in the middle of the hood and watch them run it. Got a bag, got a bitch by the bar. She bring the cash, catch a motherfucking star. Pay the tab, pop another purple pack. Slow it down enough so you can get the world back. Pussy in the air, pussy popping on the floor. Elevator up to 27, there she go. Two inside, two more say they on the way. Back to back up in the club to make the job on. Sore from the teeth grind, got too fast for the rewind. Have to put it back piece by piece by please. Mind the gap behind the black sheets. Find sprinkles of sanity for the gums, vanity for the tongue, canopy for the cum. Damn it, wanna be dumb. Skin is itching, you sitting bitch in the back seat to the switch flipping, you spilling spit on the concrete. Peel another tongue and let it melt. Catch the feeling for a minute by yourself. When it's needles on the bottom of your feet, you know the shit that made it down into the blood and you could run it. Got a Jones, got an itchy trigger finger. Gotta go, Pablo got a couple stingers. Hit a dab, that'll get you straight again. Get a cab, didn't mean to wake up in the same clothes you've been rocking for a motherfucking week. Don't let nobody get it twisted, you are not a fucking tweaker. Put this shit designer, cook up in a beaker. Put this shit designer, Gucci on a sneaker. Jawbone sore from the teeth grind, got too fast for the rewind. Have to put it back piece by please. Mind the gap behind the black sheets. Find traces of residue in the pots, etching you in the thoughts of every new city cop. The ingenue was an op. Skin is itching, you just a bitch with a bounty. To the switch flipping, you sucking dick in the county. Aluminum in between the teeth. Mean you probably gotta get up out the street. Get your connect on the phone and let him know you got the paper in your pocket for him.
All right. I started about an hour late. So we gotta lock in. We gotta get stuff done. And we gotta move quick. So I'm not gonna delay. I'm gonna get started. Get caffeinated. And then just start drawing. So let's just get into it. Not even gonna delay. So we got a whole page today, which is also what makes that a little bit harder. So some of it too, like some of it's fine, but there is a little bit of jank to these storyboards. I did kind of rush through this first portrait, and then also the bottom page needed to be flipped around a little bit and adjusted, so the text is a little off. But other than that, I'm gonna try to stick to my storyboards here, except for this first portrait. The other thing that's a little bit tough is that there's no real easy way to make a circular frame. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. That is what's tough. Or at least not that I know of, but if somebody does know. Oh, interesting. This is, I've never seen these. That's cool. Is it possible to do it in here? We're gonna be learning together, I guess. Oh, you can. You can. Why is this not in here? I need that in there, man. Okay. Cool. Now we know. Now we know. About that big. Alright. Leave it there. That's okay with me. Where did it go, though? I need it right up there. Beautiful. And then take these, bring them up there, open that up, and we're off. Hope everybody had a great day yesterday. I had a pretty decent day. Not a whole lot. Just doing some stuff at home. Let's see. So the main thing here is he looks kind of ugly. He looks kind of ugly, and I think the perspective on his face is a little wrong in the storyboard. So I'm gonna try to fix that. Let's see here. I guess this would be like this. No, a little bit higher up. And then, yeah, we'll do that. And stick his face out a little bit more. I think that was kind of the main problem. And then also, this ear might only just barely peek out through like some fur. I think one of the things I need to work on more, especially as I'm drawing these like furry characters, and furry as in like they have fur. I mean nothing else by that. Is that I need to actually practice drawing fur, and different kinds of fur, because no, I think I actually like the mouth shape that was going on here. He's kind of scowling. And there's different fur, because I have the polar bear, which has got like, you know, more of that like fluffy fur. But then I also have the chimpanzee, which is like maybe a little bit more wiry. Stuff I gotta figure out, you know. For the time being, I think I'm just gonna keep it simple. And I do actually, like, aside from this chapter, I have not a ton of fur to draw for a while. Because right now we're dealing with some characters that have like scales and like exoskeletons, so not really something where there's gonna be a ton of fur, but it will be soon. I think I've got at least maybe 4 chapters at least. So can't delay too long. Alright, we gotta get the mouth kind of closed up here. Make sure there's a closed line there. Alright. Get his widow's peak in there. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to start about an hour earlier. I just didn't, because no real reason. No real reason. There's a couple things I did need to do, but I could have just done them earlier, and I just didn't. So I'm gonna make up by locking in really hard and just making sure I draw. Actually, I didn't need to do that yet. I should put that on the other layer. Yeah, I need to just lock in and draw everything I need to. A little quicker than I normally do on these streams. Because I'll stop and talk for a second and stuff, and that's all good and fun. But today, if I'm talking, I gotta just keep drawing and stay focused. I think I should do something like that. Not that dot, though. What is this line? Why did I draw that line? I don't know. You turn off this. You can fill that in a little bit. Turn that back on. Get the pupil in there. and, or sorry, not the pupil, the iris, and then the pupil. And I guess we didn't do it in the storyboard, but I feel like we could just throw the other iris in there too. There's no reason not to, so may as well. So easy thing to talk about right away is if you don't know what I'm doing, I am redrawing my very first comic, Kannibal. So I'm on Kannibal chapter 7 right now, but my first comic that I ever made was the first chapter of Kannibal, and it's not very good. It's not very good because I didn't know what I was doing. And so now that I do know what I'm doing a little bit, and I'm a little bit better at drawing 2 years later, I want to redraw it so then I can what am I trying to say? Print it out and sell it, or at least show it to people. Sorry, I gotta answer a text. One of the things I had to do before hopping on here is make a poster for a comedy show that's coming up in Chicago. A friend of mine is hosting at this really cool sake bar, and just had to make sure that he likes it, and he does like it, so I'm glad. That means no edits from me, so I'm happy about that. Let's try to add like a little bit of lines to indicate the form here. I'm gonna do this to kind of indicate that it's a little bit in the background there. Ooh, that was kind of a sloppy start over. Also, this line's not really connected. I just want to be safe on that. Here we go. Man, this I took a while to get into Magdalena Bay, but they've got me hooked right now. I went back because I listened to the most recent album, and then I really liked it, and then I decided I'm gonna redo this here. I decided to listen to the album before that, and then they came out with a couple new singles, and I'm like, oh man, you guys are just the pig trough is overflowing. This hog's happy. Alright, let's just get the tone in here. Let's not delay too much. Let's see, all of that. Yep, that's all good. And then we bring in, oh man, is it 90 or is it 80? I think it's 80. I think the tone is 80. I do feel like, oh, I missed a spot there. I'm gonna have to draw in there. I do feel like if the tones could load in a little faster, I'd be moving. I'm not really, so like, I'm a pretty competent with computers, but also like not so much so. Like I can build a computer and get it to work. But I think that like software is really, really bad right now, and I don't really understand that part of it as much. And all that to say, I think I've got a ton of like CPU cores on my computer, and I don't think that Clip Studio can actually utilize them all. So it runs a little slower than it has to. Also didn't do anything for 40 or 60. Why am I forgetting the numbers? I didn't do anything for the ear. I have to do a little bit for the ear. Okay. Yeah, let's draw a little bit on this ear. So it looks like I know what the hell I'm doing. Cool. All right, let's get a dark texture in there for the background. We just gotta get in there and fix the edges. I'm definitely gonna be looking for like some energetic music too. Like what's been playing so far has been alright. But I'm probably gonna be skipping any tracks that are a little slow. Alright, half tones to bring it all together. Okay, I might have to get up here in a second. My cat, she like needs probiotics. She might be, something is stressing her out. Is what the vet thinks. And I was like, that's insane because she lives such a comfy little life. But you know, cats, we never really know what's going on in their head. And so she has been misbehaving a little bit. She's been like pooping on the floor. Like not, so like sometimes it has happened like not near her box, but it's typically just like right outside of her box. And it doesn't matter if like the box has just been cleaned or doesn't matter. Sometimes she's just like, clean box, don't care, gonna crap on the floor. Sometimes she just poops and it stinks a little bit, and it kind of like wafts directly over here. I don't know how it like turns two corners, but it'll stink over here. And I have to like go check to make sure she didn't just like poop on the floor again. All right, let's get the last bit of tone. And then once I'm done with this, so in the corner. It doesn't smell so bad actually, so she might have just had a stinky crap and then covered it up. Yeah, it's funny. It's like even now when we like go up to her, because she's so chill. She's so chill. I always make fun of her because like I'm always like, oh, my cat's a bitch or something. But she's like actually just like a really sweet kitty. She's just like she likes to be a little annoying and like run around, and she likes to fart. But all that being said, she's a really nice kitty actually. She like lets us pick her up and do whatever we want. And like she obviously if you like do something like rub her belly a whole lot or something, which she will let you do, she will just get annoyed and then want to be let go after a certain amount of time, you know? But she'll let you do that kind of stuff. So I'm like, she's a sweet kitty. She's a sweet kitty. Yeah, she's been misbehaving with this toilet stuff. And so I'm like, it's kind of crazy that like she is stressed. But anytime that we talk to her and we do anything that could be like mildly interpreted as annoying to a cat, We're like, stop, you're stressing her out, you're stressing her out, you're freaking her out. You know, we'll talk to her in a baby voice or something, and then either myself or my wife will be like, stop, you're freaking everyone out right now. I do think it's funny. Okay. We're gonna leave that there. Let me be right back. Okay, so yes, she did do that. So I'm glad I got up and checked. But we're going to move on. We got to make this guy here. Let's see. We need 3 layers at least, right? We want some speed lines in there. I like how this one turned out. Yeah, let's get this going here. Also, I feel like he's got more of a... I should start here, because I didn't draw this correctly. Got kind of like huge brows. Kind of protect the eyeballs a little bit more. I don't want him to look like he's scowling too. All right. Yeah, it's tough to get this whole page done in like 1 less hour, but I'm gonna really try. I'm gonna really try. I might just have to like go over a little bit, and then also lock in on everything else that I need to do today, which is not a lot to be honest. I actually got a lot of stuff done yesterday. I just wanted to make sure that there's a good amount of videos done for the channel. I've been really trying to do like at least 1 short a day. Okay, I do actually like that shape a little better. I just gotta do it properly. But yeah, at least 1 short a day, and I've been pretty good about it. I only skipped 1 day intentionally, and that was Halloween. I just kind of didn't think that there'd be a ton of people watching my stuff around that time on Halloween, so. Let's see. I've got to make some edits on that poster. So more stuff to do, more stuff to do. That's alright. I think that's kind of what we want, maybe. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna turn this up here. The brush size. I really try to go for the like Jotaro pose, the like point that he does. It's kind of the vibe I was trying to go for a little bit, but also like he's really upset, so like a little bit more angrier, I guess. Okay, here we go. Sleeve, thickness of the sleeve. Alright. Actually, I need to lower the brush size. Since we're in the back a little bit. You know what I mean? Should have done this here too, but it's okay. Okay. Alright. I'm missing anything? I don't think so. I think we're alright. Just gotta get the details in here. There we go. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like a lot more people have been getting into geese. And I'm happy about that because I really love 3D Country. 3D Country is so good. Alright. I'm on the right. Okay, I was just making sure I was on the right layer there. Okay. Alright, I think what I was doing here is like adding some bit of shadow or something. Alright. You know what though, we are moving pretty quick. I mean, the biggest challenge is that big panel down there. Obviously. But, you know, we're nearly done with this one. We just need to tone it a bit. We didn't get the text though, but the text is easy. Oops. Oops. Okay, there we go. And more. Cool. All right. I think maybe we just add a little bit of shading to like this side here, and then also maybe some detail on the lapel. Get some little bits of shading there, and some here. Okay. We have to turn this layer off so we can fill that, and fill that, fill this, and that. Right? Something feels wrong. He kind of feels misshapen. Right? He looks a little funky. I think his eyes should actually be like... Trying to find the right spot here. I think that's it. I think that's it. Alright, let's just erase some of that. Sorry, I guess I a little blind to what I was doing there. Making him look a little ugly without even realizing it. I have a video that's coming out, just a little short, but I'll probably talk more about it at some point, because I think it's a really important concept that sounds super stupid obvious, and is actually not when you put it into practice. I think I do want one more layer for the text. And I think I just want to do it like this. But it's like talking about like think when you draw. Because it's really easy to like not do that actually. And it sounds stupid. But yeah, it's like a very active thing that you have to do, and if you don't do that, it's hard to just straight up think like consistently and not get distracted. I'm gonna move this a little closer. It's a hard thing to do. So it's pretty easy for you to like get distracted, go on autopilot for a quick second. And I feel like that's probably what happened there. That. Do that there. I was gonna add something to. Oh, I feel like yeah. The other thing that makes it harder is like just always talking when you're streaming, and then drawing, which is a very like thinking oriented thing. If you're doing it the right way, it's tough, man. It's tough. Jeez, it's tough being unemployed. God, man. All right. main reason I think I wanted to have another layer for this is because I think I want to have it stand out with like some what is it called? Like I want it to be white and the background to be dark. Move it over a little bit and turn that off. And then, so what we want to do is select the entire background. Yes, that little part there too. And then just go crazy on the speed lines. That's not really the way I want it to look. I think that's it. I think that's it. That's the move. And then delete this layer. Yep. We can get rid of this. Go into tone. Get working on it. Just try to move quickly. Eyes are about that dark. Okay, cool. Oh, man. Sometimes I'll get these weird little specks in this texture, and I just have to move it over. And I wouldn't mind it, but they look like very pixel. Like, it's like very obvious that it's like a digital texture, and not like an organic one. So I don't really like that. What's next? I guess the skin. I guess it's not skin, right? It's an exoskeleton. And if I remember correctly, he's kind of like a 60 or something. This one can't be on here because they still get. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, yeah, that song can't be in the rotation. I think I should just remove it like right now, because I keep forgetting, and it'll actually get this VOD banned in a few countries. So I don't want that. As funny of a song as that is, you're first on my biting list. Why can't I find it? It's not a long playlist, man. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Alright. Alright, we're good now. Now, what are we doing? I guess the background, that's it, right? And I think all we're doing is a light texture. And then halftones. Okay. As much as I feel like I've had to rush this a little bit, it seems like that every stream, like I said last time, I really want to do one where I just draw for like 5 hours and stuff. Like that would be a lot of fun. And like I've had times where, not during a stream, but where I've literally just drawn Kannibal for like 5 hours, and that's fun. At the end, like, my hand might hurt or something, but generally, I really like it. And I just haven't had the ability to do that yet, man. I've had like 5 hours of free time in my day, but it's like split up and like not at convenient times to stream. But it'll probably happen at some point, and I'm excited for that. Because like I've had days where I'm like, I got 2 pages done, you know, and that feels really good. That just has not happened for me yet on this one. There's some detail work I missed here. Clean this up a little bit here. Okay, then let's make sure I put in the details that matter here. Do this maybe. Cool. And then I think for this texture, all we want to do is get like a soft eraser and then just erase around the hand a little bit. Just making sure it's actually doing what I want it to. It's a little hard to tell because it's so light already. Okay. And then we want a piece of text here. Gonna go over both of these, so I need to be like outside of the panel artwork. And it's not. There we go. Alright, that one's done. We got the big panel left. Alright, let's figure this out really quick. Background, delay, OA, zeros, lines, details, text. 8 layers. 8 layers. Oh. Alright. Speed lines, details. Who's in the back? No, actually, we start the other way around. C line. Delay line. Line. Ceros line. Background line. Cool. Yeah, and we start With him, we start with him. I feel like the thumb is a little small, no? That is kind of the nice thing too about this process, is that because I'm basically drawing everything twice, I get to catch mistakes like that I just somehow didn't notice before. Oh my goodness, I've been getting so many like scam calls recently. It's kind of insane. Just so many scam calls, it's insane. Alright. Let's get the hair in here as well. Kind of sticks out from the back of his hand. So I think we want a smaller brush now. There we go. Cool. Ooh, that was not a good line at all. It was really rough. I still don't like that line. Let's start it from down here. Just get that little detail in there. Cool. Oh, what would it be like to be a dirty boy with gasoline for blood? Oh, and that's right. His foot kind of sticks out of the panel. I forgot that I did that. That means... Let's take a look here. At least 2 layers need to stick outside. These 2 layers right here need to stick outside of the panel. Then we'll be able to properly have it. I do also feel like maybe like this toe is correct, but then these other ones need to be like the same size. I made them like way smaller. Okay. There's also gonna need to be one more layer that... Oh, this is a little bit complicated. There needs to be 2 more layers. One is straight up just a white layer that's gonna cover up this panel line so it looks seamless, and then there will be one more layer that is the tone of just this foot and this pants. It's gonna be a little awkward, but we can make it work. And I'm drawing with white again. Here we go. I hope it's not like audible, but my upstairs neighbors are bowling upstairs. They're going crazy mode up there, man. It does literally just sound like they're constantly rolling a ball from like the corner of my kitchen all the way over to like the side of my living room. And that is so annoying. It is so unbelievably annoying. But whatever, you know. I'm sure I make noise and annoy my downstairs neighbors too. I just do feel like my upstairs neighbors are doing it like at all hours of the day. Like it does not matter. Like they're doing it from the morning to the evening and sometimes pretty late at night, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Take a break, man. Bowling's not that serious, man. what's that? I'm trying to remember what that guy said in that bowling tournament. It was like, he was kind of a jerk. He was like, what the hell do you think I am, or something, or I don't know. Or who the hell you think, I don't know, man. He tried to say something and he fucking ruined it or something. And it just sounds so funny. I don't even know what that guy's name is or nothing. Alright. In this panel, in this storyboard, we kind of made him look really ugly. But you can kind of make him look a little bit more like himself. That's way too big of a tooth, huh? That's still too big. I think the problem is this line. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Here we go. And let's, like, make sure we know where we're drawing the gums. Oh, and I guess, like, we also want to make sure that there's, like, other teeth back here, huh? There we go. And I think this will probably just be black. There we go. Cool. Here we go. I think the placement of the nose is part of why it looks a little weird. Okay. There's something with the eyes too. I'll come back to. Gotta figure it out. I gotta think about it for a second before I get too deep into it. The ears are also over here.
Walk up to failure, walk up to regret.
There we go.
Place you'll never forget. Your past is a pregnant card. The red paradise of dreams and scars. Leg
Okay.
scars, arm scars, stomach scars lead by far. The marks of the old country start. The old cliche, exploitation blues. The offers no young.
From his goatee. Cool. Alright, actually, we don't need to make those lines yet, because if we do it now, we won't be able to fill in the tone right where we want it to, or in the same way. And I think, no, maybe like something like this will be a little bit better. Hair is also like one of those things where I think it needed a little bit more love in the storyboard, because it's not like, it's not quite right. I'm missing the foot. and then we'll come back to the eyes. I think it might be better for me to just like turn off the storyboard layer real quick, and then, oops, kind of do it just intuitively. And also the pants along with the belt. Got everything? I think so. Let's turn off that layer real quick. So I think there's like this bend here. I think I want it a little bit straighter. I think that's making it better just a bit. Okay. What are we looking at here? So I think all we want to do is make sure we have, I guess there's no real details here, man. I was just looking for anything that was right here in this spot, but there's not a whole lot really. Can add some of this here, but other than that, there's no real details that need to be worked on there. So I think we just move on to the next character. Smaller brush. All right, here we go. I kind of like that shape, but it was going in the wrong direction. There you go.
Once he starts playing, he never stops, that damn boy.
That voice there at the end reminds me a lot of Hades. It's just got like an accent that, you know, the guy in Hades didn't. All right. We've also had, you might be able to hear, a few more people move in with dogs that love to bark a lot. That's okay. That's not really quite the shape I want. Sorry, I'm a bit quiet because I am trying really hard to focus on this stuff. It's just quite a bit to do in this panel, and I don't have a ton of time to do it. So I want to get it done. But we're on good pace right now because I do have about an hour. I think we'll probably be able to get it done in an hour. Maybe a little over, but... Alright. I think on this character pose here, I was really trying to channel... I don't remember what... I don't really watch like a lot of Disney or DreamWorks animated films much anymore, but I was really trying to channel that like meme of that cop that's like running directly at the camera. I was really trying to channel that. Oh man. I don't think that line's supposed to be there. Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to do. Okay, gotta get the tie in here. This song is, I just removed this song from the playlist, man, because it's gonna get me in trouble. Alright, a little bit more of the pant leg there. Crazy looking foot, huh? Just wanted it to be really dramatic. Oh. What else do I need on him? Anything else right now? I don't think so. I think everything else here is just gonna be detail. Oh, there's one little bit here. This. That needs to be like that. And I think it needs to be like filled in a little bit here. Okay. Let's move on to Oa here. Classic favorite to draw, man. Oa is so cool. Didn't mean to do that. All right. Oh, actually, the eye shape is very round. Eye shape is very round. Or a cassowary. Okay. All right. I gotta stretch for a second. Oh, I'm like so like close to the screen right now. Oh man. But this we can also just delete this line here. Don't need to worry about it that much. see. Oh man, what did I do for the hands? Did I do regular hands? You know what? I have the rest of the storyboards over here. I can grab them. I gotta like figure out what the final decision I made was. Yeah, I did like claws. Okay. Alright. Let's see how we do that. I think we just keep them outstretched though. Placement of it's kind of messed up. It's like too... This is not what I want. I'm trying to figure out how to make it work, because I can just draw it and then like... The idea is a hand that is like... Oops. Kind of like this. Right. And then I guess the tough part is how it kind of connects. Has to kind of be pretty even. Something. But then this one's probably the big... Right? And the claws are way too long. It needs to be more like a joint here and two small claws. So that's the idea. Putting that in perspective is a bit of a challenge for me. I've not done something like that. Just figure it out like this. No. This maybe.
Mirror shades. Round here you wear your mirror shades.
I'm cool with that. I'm that bitch with the blade. I'm that bitch on the stage. I run loops round the page. Round up the dukes from the age. Round up the troops from the cage. Grounded in tricks, I'm a mage. Birds from the temples of
Sorry, I have to really focus if I want to get this right. Even close to right. Problem here is that this isn't rounded enough.
I'm totally harmless. I'm just a girl that can't keep a promise. I keep my lover Adonis. I keep my players with artists. I keep my tricks in the socket. Can't kiss them all, but I'm honest. Never deluded to think I'm a goddess. Thought I was still the colossus.
Sometimes just doing that will help me kind of figure out where it's all supposed to go, what the shape is supposed to look like. It's kind of just something I picked up in like a Viscom class where I was like having to do that for every single odd shape that I created, but I did that after the fact. And then once I kind of understood how all that worked, I realized I could do it backwards. and it would help me really figure out where to place complex shapes.
Sitting on your soapbox, hoping that the crowds will come back. Hands are clasped in prayer to God now. God is not here.
So that might have looked a little weird, I don't know, but that's just kind of how my brain works.
You cool with that?
Like if I can get those contour lines down first, I can actually figure out where the rest of the body, the rest of the shape is supposed to go.
You're moving like a renegade. Too big for your suit, you had drips and jade. Too tall for the room, you wanted tricks and chains. I said keep your wits about you, it can be arranged. Snake eyes on my neck and the heights of fame. Blood red magic and some video games. I want real good juice, not Minute Maid. I want real good juice when the lights dim. I want real bad news when I let you in. I want real bad juice when I win. Real dense strokes when I'm on
Her whole thing is just kind of like having these really huge legs with talons. I wanna.
What if I look so fine when I die? What if I look so fine when I die? What if I look so fine? Yeah, when you lower me
They're gonna be
from
black
the
anyways, so I can just kind of
tonight, all that metal, copper, silver, gold, cash, guns,
do all that.
leather, souls. Lower me from the dripping cold, but please make sure I have my mirror shades.
Around here, you wear your mirror shades. You cool with that?
I'm cool with that.
Mirror shades.
Man, okay, so I've listened to clipping for a long time. Long time. They put out an album, kind of space themed a little bit. I don't remember what the album's called. And I didn't realize that Daveed Diggs was like one of the guys in like Hamilton. Blew my mind the other day. And I'm not really like a Hamilton guy. I just haven't seen it, so like I can't give like an opinion on it that's educated. I think the other thing too, this hand's gonna look a little awkward until I actually get the texture of it in and you can understand a little better, but it does also need to be a bit smaller. Right there. And then also I need to like do some small perspective shift on it. No, I think I'm making it worse, right? Like close one eye and no, I think I just need to wait till I have the texture in there, and then it'll make sense why it looks so fucking chunky. Just I gotta trust the process really quick. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Damn it, this is probably the hardest panel I've had to do while talking. It's really hard to do this one and talk. It's really hard. Gotta think of other stuff to talk about. And it's harder because I also have to go fast, so. My bad. I'll figure that out in a second. Am I looking at? Oh, that's his fist. That's his fist. guess I don't need this line to go all the way over like that, huh? But now I gotta fix it. Let's fix it. And then what am I looking at over here? Got this. Got this. He's got to have a really big blocky tie. And this is just a little complex. I mean, I guess I should just keep out the storyboards. How's it so dark in here already? It's a nuisance. This is like right in the way. I shouldn't do that. Give me 1 second. At least get a little bit of light in here, you know? It's got another one over here. Gotta find it under my desk. Nope. There we go. Okay. What are we looking at? Honestly, it doesn't answer much of my question. It doesn't. I think I'm just gonna make it up. Because to me, what makes sense is that like the knee would be sticking out a little bit. Like that, right? That's what makes sense to me. I almost feel like the arm would be sticking out this way, right? But also, like, we can just adjust the, we don't have to stick to the storyboard here. I don't think it makes much sense. Oh, being a little janky. I feel like it makes a little bit more sense for it to be like tighter. Just something simple like that. I guess I need the eye. Why does it look happy? There we go. We missing anything? I don't think we're missing anything. Oh, we are missing one thing. We are missing one thing. There is a part of your jacket that actually goes over here. And then we gotta go over here and like fix this. That's really clear where it all goes. Okay, let's turn this off. Let's go into the details. And we fill in these spots that are supposed to be black. There's a few of them. Tie. I didn't draw the tie for her. What a fool. That one. There's this one. There's your tie. Okay, I'm realizing I missed a few lines here. I gotta close off like the other side of his head. I didn't even do. somehow. And then I also have to draw the rest of your tie. I don't think I did in the storyboard either. I did. Oh, you? Where is this? Where is that at? Why won't that erase? What line is that? Is it on you? Where did I paint this line? Oh, okay. Okay. And then I think there's also maybe one line that's gonna go like here. And I'll just make it, yeah, in shadow. And then I think it also makes sense to like do a bottom of the shoe here that also gets filled in. Yeah. Alright, let's get started on some details. Try to make this like look fairly decent. All right. It's been a quiet stream, but I've enjoyed this one. I've just, you know, been trying to get everything done and work really hard to do it. And maybe that's not the most interesting thing for people to watch, but like, I do think that this is just like an accurate representation of like when nobody's watching, when I'm not making content. Like, this is just what I'm doing, man. This is just what I'm doing. It's kind of how it really happens. This is how the sauce gets made, man.
Los Angeles, 3:33, nothing on the stereo. Dirty tear like Mona Lisa, smiling in the half light. Mysteriously, but seriously, I'd follow you forever. Even without looking, you call, we come together. Even without speaking, you say to me.
Big Thief is another one that I wasn't really a fan of before, and then not the last album, the album before that and the Adrian Lenker album have both had me in a chokehold, man. Those are so good. I think people like this one more, and it's not a bad album. I think it's just not necessarily my favorite. I will be right back. Alright. Alright, we're back. We're back. We're back. Sorry, just had Auntie Basement. Give me a quick call, that's all. Okay, let's get back into it. Yeah, this album's not too bad either. Could also just be I haven't had, like, I've not given it enough time to, like, for me to really get into it, you know? But I don't know, something about the other one just kind of hits a little harder for me. You know what? Another one too is, well, not really, but like an interesting relationship I've had is I think it's Jenny Hval. That's how you pronounce it. I haven't really listened to a lot of Jenny Hval recently, or like for a while, and then this one came out, and I was like, this is kind of really good. I really like this one. But Jenny Hval had some very weird music a while back, and I actually really liked that. I really liked it. It was very like harsh and like brooding. Like it was not an easy listen, man. It was not an easy. I think it had some, like, I don't remember the name exactly, but I think it had something to do with like vampires or something, or blood sucking or something. Maybe it was called Blood Bitch, I think. I don't remember. Something along those lines. But I really liked it, man. I really liked it. That was some really interesting stuff, man. But these, like, slower tracks have been really nice, too. Just basically drawing, like, human feet here, because I don't really know what monkey feet really look like, man. Okay. The lapel isn't here. I'm gonna hit save. I haven't saved in a minute. You know what they say. Okay. Petrol Girls. Petrol Girls is underrated in my opinion. I feel like if you're an Idols fan, you really should be a Petrol Girls fan. Like Idols is alright. I really liked that album, Joy's an Act of Resistance. And if you were a fan of Idols after that album, or you haven't heard that, like you literally have not heard Best of Idols, because like I honestly think that Idols has gotten worse over time. And it's not that they're bad, you know, I just think that they have gotten a little worse over time. They've kind of bought into the like this is gonna sound weird, but hear me out. They like lean too hard into the whole like progressive, like being you know, accepting of others a bit much, that it gets like, it feels performative. That's kind of what it feels like. Whereas I'm like, I listen to Petrol Girls and the lyrics aren't so like simple and like dumbed down and just like constantly about that. Like there are Idol songs like Rottweiler, where it's just like the chorus lyrics are just like Rottweiler, 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 and it's just saying it in this like very punk rock vibes. And like, yeah, of course there are other songs on there that are like a little bit more about like women should have rights, you know, like some stuff like that, and that's fine. Like that doesn't bother me, but I feel like it's lost half of the mix that made it good. And I made a video on some other channel a long time ago about the like mono, what is it, mono something, ultra mono album, and I liked it because I thought it was funny. I thought it was really funny that like they just like leaned into some of the like, oh, we suck and we have simple lyrics, fuck you, how about that, you know? And that's funny, you know. I feel like at the very least they acknowledged it there, you know. So I'm not an Idols hater. I think I just miss some of what made Idols really good in their early days, and it's not there so much anymore. And like maybe it's a good avenue for like young people that haven't really gotten into punk but want to like kind of get started, because it's very approachable, it's very basic and very simple. But like Petrol Girls, man, like Petrol Girls is doing all that stuff, but it's doing it right, man. And I think Petrol Girls needs more love, man. Granted, they are based in like Austria. Well, I don't know. Idols isn't an American band. I was gonna say something about that, but they're not an American band, so who cares? See, there's like this going on here, right? But also, if you like Idols, I'm not saying you shouldn't like Idols. Like,
We never fucking will be.
I think if Idols is like your #1 punk band or something, you should look a little further. You should look a little further. Because I do think Idols, at the very least, has done a good service for like the genre. I think they've gotten more people into it. I think that's very fair to say. And I think even if you don't like Idols, like you got to give them that credit, which is that they have done that, and that is that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, we need more punks that are real punks that listen to punk music, you know. We need that a little bit more. And even if they're not, you know, listening to Misfits or something like that, you know, I don't care, man. Like, you don't have to listen to the classics or whatever. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a lot of text right now. But I'm a good streamer. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. My computer tells me. I know I don't have to reply right now. Old news, but how about Spelling getting a 10 from Fantano that one time? I don't know if I would have given it a 10, but I like Spelling. On the other side, though, Chris and Michael Hader, or Lingua Ignota, at that time, had really been my favorite artist. I loved the Lingua Ignota and the Chris and Michael Hader album too. The what is it called? Saved? Man, very good albums. And like doing a cover of Poor Wayfaring Stranger. Oh my god, dude. That thing makes me want to cry. It's so good. It's so good. So it's nice to see some love being shared there. I don't think there's been anything new in a while, though. I don't know. But I was listening since Caligula. And I didn't go to that tour, but I've been to like every other tour. It's just like such a beautiful experience, man, to hear some of that music like in person. It really is, man. It's kind of insane. Cause like when it was Lingua Ignota, it was definitely like more this emotional experience and stuff. You know, like somewhere along the lines of when you listen to somebody who writes ballads. But obviously there's like this level of like, and this person is screaming. This person is screaming. But it felt like that, you know? And let me make sure I did this on the right layer. Okay, just making sure. But with the Save tour, it just felt more like you're going to a concerto, man. You know, like this is a classy event, you know, and obviously like all the goth kids are there, you know, myself included. You know, maybe I'm not a kid anymore, but it was this is still not looking the way I want it to, huh? Let's start with the hands, because I know the hands are like what I need, but the arm is probably a little bit of a problem, a little bit of a challenge. Ooh, that was wrong. I think I have to go a little slower because the stabilization is kind of messing with me a little bit. God, this is not looking right. Oh, what is going on with my lines? I'm doing them all wrong. Okay, it makes more sense now. The problem is this. This is not right. That is correct. Which means I now get rid of this. What is that from? That is from this layer. Come back in here. We just start this part over a little bit. This is also on this layer here. Gotta make sure we have closed lines, keep things clean. I love that part of the song. It's just something I wouldn't expect to hear right there, and it's nice, fits in. Okay, alright. Sure, looking in the right spot. There's a hole in the back of these cassowaries' heads that kind of, I think it acts like their ears. Mouth is open just a little bit. Whew. Okay, we're almost done. There's a little bit of this here. Okay. Oof. We're getting there. We're getting there. We got one more character. We also have to do the little background, like, floor in the text, but we are nearly there. We're nearly there. Alright. Gotta make sure he looks pretty wrinkly, the little old fella. I also, yeah, I mean, I already talked about Geese for a little bit, but Geese, this song is so good. Make sure we add some of this just to define the form a little bit. Make sure it's pretty clear. It sticks out a little bit. Need a little bit more of a thicker line for the lapel. And there we go. Nice. I think we might finish it before 3 o'clock, which would be super nice. I'll have plenty of time to get all the other stuff done today. I think most likely I will also stream tomorrow. Get some more pages done. Next page I think is a little bit of a goofy one. All right, we're about most of the way there now. Just gotta get some of these little like specks and I don't know what you would call them, but like lines that kind of like define some of the form and the shape of things. This is gonna be fairly dark. It'll probably have some halftone in here once I get to that. But I think I just want to do some of that in there as well. Cute, cute. Oh, we didn't do anything over here. Totally forgot about that. Oh, I just realized there's like a... When I moved this earlier, I didn't reconnect it. And I didn't get rid of this weird straight line either. Alright. This will be more of a challenge here to like get it to look right. I think we can do it. Yeah, I've really enjoyed doing this one. It's a bit of a challenge to do this one so fast and then also talk. This is probably the least I've talked in a little while. Or maybe all of them. This one always comes on and I think I'm not feeling this song on the playlist anymore, man. The other streams, I think I got to talk a little bit more. It was a little bit more interactive with, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But I talked more. That is what I'm trying to say there. No. It's not the... What is the line I'm looking for? Maybe... It might be like this. Right? No, it's not that. It's not that. Because I think it's just going like... these are just straight lines real quick. Let me figure it out. That's that like VisCon thing I was talking about earlier where like kind of helps me understand the form. Sometimes those lines will kind of tell me if I'm heading in the right direction or not. Okay, let's get rid of this because I don't really know what I'm looking at here. A little bit more visual clutter than I need. I think this guy on the right also needs a few of those lines. I didn't really Especially because you need these lines on your foot. And I didn't do that. I want to be careful with how much I add here because I really just want it to look. It doesn't make sense without the background line, but I want it to look distorted. There you go. Oh no! Pause the music for a second. It'll probably come back. Alright, I think we're back. We're back. YouTube called the police on me. That's okay. For now, we're gonna sit in silence for a little bit, but then I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And I'm gonna be hyper aware of how silent it might be. I think we can just add some very basic lines. I haven't done a ton, so you're not missing a ton. I'm really just adding a little bit to this guy. Make him look a little bit more alive. But that's about it. Nothing crazy. I didn't like that last line there. Okay, so, and I think because I've added so much there, I kind of need to like do the same thing here. Maybe that was too much there, you know. But there's also going to be a lot more, I think, tone on this one, or sorry, half tone. Yeah, I am like super aware now how silent it might be. You know what? Because of that, let's talk about it though. Let's talk about it. Copyright is bullshit, man. It's bullshit. And I'll tell you why it's bullshit. Because seemingly it's supposed to protect the owner of intellectual property from being infringed upon. And that's great because intellectual property is something, it's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. And we have people in the world that would love to just steal stuff rather than create their own things. Looking at you, Thomas Edison. So, you know, that being a thing, it's good to have some sort of protection that would prevent that from happening. Why it's bullshit though is because you have copyright that literally only there is nobody else that it protects except for, oh, is this the right thing? I don't remember. Just do what I want it to. Yes, it does. It only protects corporations. It doesn't protect anybody else. Yeah, that doesn't make sense there though. Right. Does that work? Well, if I get rid of this, then I click on that. Yeah, it works. I can make that work. Because you have something like YouTube, right? Where I'm just playing a song and I like this song, I talk about this song, I can share what I think about it. And I will get a copyright violation because of that. Right? And that fucking sucks. Because I would just love to put people onto music that they might like. It's not the majority of the content, but I mean, I feel like, you know, if you're on YouTube, you've heard this argument before, and it's stupid because it just doesn't work for anybody but the corporation that owns the rights to the songs, which is typically a record label, not even the artists themselves. The artists themselves can be like, no, it's cool, go ahead and use it. And it doesn't matter because the record label will be like, oh my god, so many scam calls. I've gotten like 10 today. I'll be like, cool, use my music, but then the record label will still be like, sorry buddy, give us all of your dollars. And granted, I'm not making any money off of YouTube, so like, I don't care. I don't really care. And the reason I say that it only protects those people isn't just because the artist doesn't have any say in it. It's because people like me can create something like this or something like my other pieces of art, and suddenly copyright infringement is free game for companies that make AI machines to train on. They don't give a fuck. Nobody cares. And, you know, we even dare to have the argument of, is AI art copyrightable? Like, hell no, dude. It's literally just theft, man. But we don't care enough to, you know, say anything because now suddenly copyright isn't a thing. It's not a thing. We just steal it and we don't care and we accept it as normal because, oh, look, I can make my dog into Studio Ghibli, you know? And some of these Japanese corporations are starting to fight back with it a little bit, which is great. I'm glad to see that. It's rare that I would agree with, like, some of these companies. But, yeah, American companies are just, they're rancid. They're rancid, horrible pieces of trash, man. It's crazy. And again, like, if it was one way or the other, man, it's like, all right, man, it is what it is. But it's literally only built to protect corporations and to screw the little guy. And that's why we stand Mom Donnie. Rant over. Rant over. Okay, so I think all that is left is the big text in the speed lines. We have to get rid of the details again, so it's going to look horrendous for a second. We've got to select every part of the background where we can. A bit here and a bit there. That background, it's hard to tell. I think it is. I think that's everything. Expand it just a tiny bit. So we can throw in, whoops, forgot to just do this, right? Maybe I want like the other ones. I don't know. I didn't like the look of that. I hate that one more actually. That's crazy. What are we doing? This is the right one. No, it's got to come from like right here. The center here. Hold on. Let me do this really quick. I'm just trying to figure out if I like the look of that. I don't think so. I think because I'm... First I will do this. I don't think I like this. Okay. And then I think what I want is for it to come from a little lower, maybe? Yeah, because I want this to be kind of at a different angle. Oh, it didn't like... There's nothing here. So I don't like that. Gotta be here, maybe? I think that's it. I think that's the one. Okay, cool. Cool. What are you talking about, man? This my bit rate is low. I think it's fine, man. I think it's fine. Let's see if we don't get caught and put in jail really quick. Yeah. If they put me in jail, it's okay. Alright. We do that. I wonder if also it was because I was shutting up a lot. I wasn't talking as much. And so maybe they caught on a little faster than normal. I don't know. Alright, we need text here. Alright. Let's get it nice and big. That's too big. That's too big. Let's start here for now. But we want some big, huge text. And we want it to be sans serif. You can't see me scrolling through this? This is ridiculous. I'm just scrolling through my fonts. I kind of want it to be gritty. That's not the move. What are gritty ones that I have? I know I have a few. I just don't remember their names. I think there's one called like Dirt Storm or something, right? But some of them aren't in Clip Studio. That's the problem. I don't have that one in here, so I don't even know. Because I think that's like an Adobe font or something, and that only shows up there because they're POSs. What about that? Nah, that's like too gritty. I just kind of want like the edges to be a little ruffled up, you know? That's all I really want. Alright. We dig in our toy box a little more, man. We dig in the toy box. Let's see what else there is. This used to be my favorite toy. It's not anymore, man. Okay. Some of these are so hard to read too. There's some like these are like graffiti looking ones, you know? It doesn't really look that like what the fuck? It doesn't look like what it should. Oh my god, again. They hate me. Alright, we stop it now. We stop it now. They really do hate me, man. Oh, man. Alright, we're back. We're back. Yeah, they put me in jail immediately. Immediately. They waited no time at all, man. Who does this fucking guy think he is, man? Thinks we're playing. He's ranting about copyright. We weren't listening. We weren't listening. Okay, fair enough, man. Freedom of speech doesn't require you to listen. Okay, I'm just gonna do the tone, and we're basically done. We're basically done. Well, you know, there's a half tone as well, but I'm just lumping them together for the sake of I don't know, sanity. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a problem, right? There's some tone that's gonna go down there that I think her jacket and suit is lighter, slightly lighter. Let's throw that in there too. And let's just see what happens when I throw it in there. It might have to go over the top of another one. Like I might have to do another. Yeah. How do I do that? How do I do that? I think what needs to happen is I put this here. Okay. Right. And then I think everything that isn't the pants just gets deleted. And then the pants get deleted here. Okay. That's pretty easy. Next. Oh, this didn't get done over here though. We really do gotta make sure that everything gets filled in. Yeah, like this right here is not filled in. It's a lot of these little spots like that. Alright, let's do your suit. Is this, that, and this, and that, and this, and that, and this, and that, and this. That's also your hair. Yep, the hair here. I think what's also really annoying about the whole like thing is that like there's not really a good solution to the copyright situation with YouTube. Like I've tried putting on other copyright free, royalty free, DMCA free playlists, and it'll still just same thing will happen. Because somebody made a cover somewhere and decided to jack everybody's money. So oh, there's that thing again. Just move it out of the way. What are we missing here? So, okay. Foot here. Right? Foot is gonna get 40. Right? And then we do the rest of the skin tone separately. If it'll ever load it for us. Here we go. Oh, the gums are supposed to be darker. We'll come back to that. That's okay. I'm also drawing a blank on how dark I made some of these characters. I think maybe you were 40 in the skin. I think you were, at least there. I know you are, for the most part. Some of it gets a little darker, but for the most part, you are 40. And, oh, I missed 180 there, but that's okay. Missed 2, actually. We'll fill them in. It's the pupils and the rhinoceros's shoe. Okay. Oh, what if you did like... What if you just did white noise, like fan noise, instead of music? Don't people be falling asleep to streams all the time, you know? Yeah, man. Oh, I'm on like another level. I'm thinking about the customer, man. So stupid. I think I missed a little detail over here, which is that these are entirely black. And then turn that back off. And I think now that we have those in place, we can make your skin tone dark again, along with the beak. And then the gums, they're gonna be about 80 as well. Boom. What are we missing? I think you. And then I think you. That little piece in there. As well as most of you. We have to kind of select this carefully. I guess it's actually not most of. All of this is going to get another tone of 20. Wow, look how sloppy that was. That was a mess. Alright. I think all that and this little part of the belt. Anything else? Is a rhino 20? Yeah, the rhino is 20. So we add it to you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And yep, that's it. Throw it on top. Floor is probably going to be a little bit textured. I think the nails I missed on cassowary. Let's throw that back on really quick. Oh yeah, it's a little messy over here. Clean it up. Maybe we can make them sharper looking too. They look like crap. This needs to be there, and there, and there, and there. And maybe the skin tone here is not the move either. For this here. I think it's gotta be something different. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. We could try like a 80 textured maybe. Texture is not the move. What if we throw 60 in there? Does that feel right? It'll get in there. Take a couple years. I think that feels better. It might need to be like 70. Yeah, 70's right. And then fingers, I missed the fingers. And I think once you get the floor in there, we're pretty much good. We're pretty much good. Yeah, let's get the floor. Let's turn the text off. This little part between the toe and that toe too. All right. I say maybe 60 textured should be good. If not, we can turn it down. Let's put everything back on. Yeah, I think I got everything. It's just time for halftone now. That's crazy that they YouTube Police is like watching my shit right now, man. I didn't even get through one song that has been okay before. That one has played like many times before, and it's never been an issue. Y'all remember when Google's motto was like never do evil, and then they said we're gonna get rid of that? Y'all remember that? Remember when they said actually we shouldn't say that anymore? We're gonna do evil now. We're gonna be like we're gonna hurt humans. We're gonna cause harm to people who don't have a lot of money. And by a lot of money, we do specifically mean billionaires. Like, if you make $1 million, you're still poor, by the way. You're still gonna get hurt by us. We're coming after you. And your families. And your families. Sorry, is our AI data center hurting you guys? Try being born rich. I will try that next time, though. I'm reincarnated. Oh man, I say that and then I get reincarnated as a nematode. No, no. Not a nematode. You know, if reincarnation was a thing. And it was just like a random like there was no influence based off of whether you were good in your past life or not. Chances are you're coming back as a nematode, man. Like, there are more nematodes out there than humans. A lot of nematodes. It's gonna be... How long do the nematodes live for? Is it just like a few hours or something? You're just gonna wriggle around for a few hours and die and then come back as like a giraffe or something. Giraffe is like a... It's like the rare thing that happens, that rare event in like video games, but it like doesn't actually help you. It doesn't do anything good. You're just like, oh, damn. Like I won the lottery, but like I didn't actually get anything for it. Oh man, coming back as a nematode. That's the life, man. Gamers don't die, they respawn. Yup. Ain't that the damn truth? See, now that I'm doing halftone, which I can kind of do without thinking too much. I'm on my shit again. Can do this at a decent pace. He says, and then immediately goes silent. Immediately goes silent. I'm trying to think about what I would like to come back as. Because, I mean, the obvious answer is a rich human. A filthy rich human. But, you know, let's be creative. Let's be fun about it. And just come back as a extinct species. Like the ones that are coming back in the, I think scientists are trying to bring back mammoths or whatever. I don't know how much credibility that actually has, but imagine, like, you live a good life. You're like 90 years old, you're on your deathbed in like 2026. You know, surrounded by family. You're about to pass on. And then you come back as a mammoth. You're like, what the fuck, man? What is happening? It's kind of sick, though. It's kind of sick. Well, you probably get tested on a lot. That's probably not good. I remember there was like some article and some like controversy about what's his some like scientist that he's like a bird scientist or something, and he found a bird that was previously thought to be extinct, and he killed it. He killed it to study it, and yeah, that sounds pretty bad. It sounded bad to me. I was like, what the hell? That's crazy. But I guess that's like a normal thing for scientists to do. They were like, no, stop being mad at him. This is normal. This is okay. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Should we normalize this? Normalize killing extinct birds, man. Normalize this shit, bro. That's what I've been saying this stuff, man. No, I don't know, man. That's a little bit of a trip, man. And I think it was like, I think they killed the bird, like, when he was out there. It's like, damn, man. You're not gonna let nobody else see it. You're not gonna let anybody else see the extinct bird. You're just gonna kill it. You're the only one who saw it alive. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Coming back as an extinct bird for a scientist to immediately kill you. Oh, that's crazy. What a fucked up world. What a fucked up world this is. Like, oh man, this is sick. And a scientist comes up and he's like, oh, that bird's tweeting. Pulls out a knife. What the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Don't kill the bird. No, dude, it's extinct. It's okay. Must study it. I mean, I don't know how much you can do to like preserve the bird or anything. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just heard about it. Thought it was funny as fuck. As awful as it sounds, you know, you take the murder out of it all, and it's like, well, it's kind of funny. It's less like of a funny haha thing and more of a funny like, what the fuck, man? I can't believe this is what we did. Cue Frank Sinatra going, that's live? Oh, and then immediately the YouTube moderator's like, take this stream down right now. Right now, he is singing Frank Sinatra. I wouldn't be fucking surprised, man. You're one of 2 viewers, and never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing. You know. You know. You know. Just sitting on the console doing nothing, getting paid to take down streams with 2 views, man. Alright, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. I'm just playing, man. Get your bag. All good, it's all good. We all get paid to do evil sometimes. Not me. I haven't been paid to do that, but you know, I hear that's common. I hear it's common to be paid to do evil stuff. No, don't kill me, I'm just a henchman. No. If I was an evil henchman, man, yeah, as soon as the fucking superhero comes in, I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, I just got bills to pay, man. Like, just walk on in, man. You don't gotta like flip around and do all kinds of crazy stuff and snap. Like, you want to kill my friends or my coworker, bro? I don't even like these guys, man. You listen to coworker music, man. Like, what the fuck you mean you like Gracie Abrams? What? Did you listen to that shit, man? I went to a Gracie Abrams concert. That's funny to say because it's true. It's true. I'll explain myself. My wife really likes Taylor Swift. Always has. Okay. I'm not really a Taylor Swift enjoyer. I'm not. But there was a time where I had a good amount of money. I was making decent money, and I could afford to buy her a gift, like as an engagement gift thing. Like I had that for a little while. It was nice. And obviously it costs a lot, and I was like, damn, dude, like this is a bit of a blow, but like I do love my wife. I'm a wife guy. Guy who says he's a wife guy, but he's divorced. I love my ex-wife a lot, man. Or just a guy who's single and says he's a wife guy. I would really love a wife. All right, anyways, so I buy those tickets, and Gracie Abrams is one of the openers. And I never heard any Gracie Abrams music. And I think Haim was the other opener. And they just, I mean, if you like either or, you know, whatever, you know, it's your music taste, you do what you like. But man, they sucked, dude. They sucked. I was like, man, all the talent went to J.J. Abrams, didn't it? Oof. It's just like not memorable. I couldn't remember a single thing. I was not here for it. But I mean, you know, there were some Taylor Swift fans I think that probably liked it or something, but I don't think people were really fucking with it either, man. I gotta be real. I don't think people really fucked with it that much. I don't know, my wife's a Taylor Swift fan, and she did not enjoy either one. She did not like either opener. But I mean, let's be real. I think those are both either performative male music or just white women music, just coworker white women music. You know, that's all it is. It's not meant for a fella like me. I'm not the target audience, so. I'll accept that, you know. You know me, I think the music either better be a bop or it better be about hardship, you know, and I don't think Gracie Abrams can do either. I'm just shitting on Gracie Abrams for no reason. I just thought it was funny to do that and then to be like, I went to a Gracie Abrams concert, and that is a real fact about me. That is true. I bet I could have said that to some of my old coworkers, and some of them would have been jealous, man. Some of them would have been jealous. And I would have had a different opinion of them. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't say that. It's a good thing. You know. And continue to think well of them. I guess. I didn't get any tone on the eye, so I need to do that. Just throwing 60 on there. Yeah. Alright, we're back in here. Ooh, this is taking a while. I gotta save, because if this crashes, man, I'm done for. We are at 3:32, which sucks, man. I want to be done with this already. I got stuff to do, man. I got stuff to do. But I think it's also way less fun without music, man. It's way less fun. Can't be doing this in silence, man. What the hell? Silence is deafening. It's deafening, man. I can't hear. I can't hear myself not talk. What the hell? No, but this actually has been fun. I like this page a lot. It's been a lot of fun to work on this one. Man, the joke is old. I gotta think of something new, man. Man, I'm washed. I'm washed, man. I can't clown on anybody else, man. I do remember at that same concert when Haim performed, the bassist, I think it's all sisters or something. I don't know. Or maybe they just call each other sisters. I don't know, dude. But I remember the bassist was making these stank faces like she was playing some sick riffs, and she wasn't. She really wasn't. And my wife hated. I freaking hate that she's making these faces, because they were like real stank faces, man. Like they were. She was getting ugly with them on purpose. Like not that she was like an ugly person. I'm not saying that. She was like making these faces to like make ugly faces, like she was playing something nasty on the bass, and she wasn't, man. She was just playing like the supporting like C major, D major, like just playing the bass, dude. That's it, man. It wasn't nasty at all. Yeah, my wife was upset about that, man. She was upset about that. She was like, "This is not cool." No, she wasn't that upset, man. It was just something notable that I remember being like, "Oh, she didn't like that," and I think that's funny. I think it's funny that she didn't like that. She didn't think it was funny that I thought it was funny. But I did think it was funny that she didn't think that I thought it was funny. I messed the last one up. I'm washed. And I didn't tone her eyes either. What's this guy doing, man? This guy knows how to draw or something? Alright. You do this. Alright, we just got a big fella back here. We're pretty much done. Alright, so we're kind of finishing at the time that I anticipated we would, which is about 30 minutes longer than what I wanted to stream. Which is alright, it's alright. I'll just keep locking in and doing the other stuff pretty quickly. The other stuff I need to do today, which is, just working on more stuff for the channel. This is the, 11th scam call I've gotten today. Like, what is going on? You know who else locked in, man? The scam callers, dude. The scam callers, they're locked in today, man. They're like, we're gonna get them to pick up the phone. Not gonna get me to pick up the phone, dude. You're not. It's not happening, man. I'm Gen Z. I'm scared to pick up the phone. I'm scared to talk on the phone. Text me. Text me. No, I'm not actually, but I think it is funny. My wife is actually technically a millennial, and I think she's more scared of the phone than me. Not actually, either. You know, like, not for real, but, like, I will call the insurance company if I gotta call the insurance company. She's like, can you handle that, please? I don't want to talk to them. So in that sense, yeah, but, like, just talking to a friend on the phone, that's not scary, but... I think that is a little sad. You know, like, I get the preference for texting. It is just easier to text and stuff, and you can have a second to think about what you want to say, and that's nice and all. But also, it's like, damn, it's like we got so distant from friends when phones became a thing because we could just, like, we could just call instead of having to go over and talk to them, you know? Um, but now we're so distant that, like, calling is scary, man. Calling is scary. No, man. No way. We can't be doing that. Oh well. Anyways. This little old fella, this big old creepy grin guy, he's that was too much. He's about done. He's about done. Why does Seattle take so long to finalize the votes, man? Finalize the votes already. Come on. I don't know who my mayor is and if I can trust the people of Seattle. Alright, alright. Okay. Gotta get this shadow in a little bit. At least the core part of it. Hey, YouTube. Fuck you, YouTube. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, dude. Don't. I'm kidding. Dude, it would be crazy if it still got taken down, though. That would be insane. I just gotta survive, like, 10 more minutes, man. Come on. Just let it be for, like, 10 minutes. Funny, because I pretend that it's a AI bot or something. Or, sorry, it's a human, but it's probably just an AI bot. Just try. Okay. Alright, we just gotta do this last little bit here. We're gonna be a little selective about where we do this. We don't need to do it everywhere. Just a few spots. What the hell is happening with my brush, man? It was like a little delayed and putting stuff where it didn't belong. Still feels a little bit like that. It was doing something weird yesterday too. Is a thing that happens sometimes where, like, the first spot and the last spot, like where I put down my pencil and where I pick it up, would be as, like, hard as I could press. Like, that's how big the brush would start out, and then it would be normal throughout, like, every spot in between. And I have to, like, draw with my mouse instead of my tablet for a second, and then it fixes itself. It's fine. It's really weird. And that was happening the other day. I didn't even give him a pupil. Are you serious? Been looking at him pupilless. Been lacking pupils this whole time, man. Poor guy. He's like, I got eyes, but I can't see, man. Yeah, I just want to add some spots where it kind of matters the most to like differentiate with how dark some of this is. I thought about doing 2 halftones, but oh, that's an annoying amount of work. All right. He's done. And just a little bit there. A little bit there. And then I think a little bit here. And there. I don't think you need that much more. You get some here. Get some there. Get some here. And there. And here. And here. Oops. And then we do a little bit with these like ruffles. To really make sure it looks like it's doing what, I don't know what that means, what the word is for that, but doing what I want it to do. Doing what I want it doing. Doing the thing. Fuck my Chungus life, dude. Doing the thing that that I want it to do. Alright, so I played it up. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Who cares? Alright. Put that down there. Oh no. I'm the worst. Everybody point and laugh. This guy made a stray mark. Everybody laugh at this guy. This guy's made mistakes before. Everybody laugh at this guy. Oh no, please don't. Please don't laugh at me. Definitely don't point. Don't point when you laugh. Now the people know what you're laughing at. And then I'll know you're also laughing at me specifically. Alright. I think this is the last little bit. Do a little bit here. Okay, alright. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. These all need to be in a folder. Put them in the folder. Okay, well, I'll do that then. Okay. Alright, that's what we did today. That is what we did today. You know, I'm still not in love with the first panel. Still not in love with the first panel. I want to test something. I don't know how this... Is it this? Here. What is happening? Oh, I'm saving. That's what's happening. They won't let me do anything. I'm gonna test something really quick with the liquefy tool. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Liquefy tool. Does it work like the way I think it would? Holy. Holy, I can do the whole thing like that. Just some layers weren't processed. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. That's kind of wild. I don't want to mess with it too much. I'm surprised that it's able to do all of that at the same time, man. I've always been such a Photoshop kid, so like seeing stuff like this, I'm like, whoa, dude, that's crazy. Anyways, yeah, no, that's awesome. That's great. Cool. Next page is a little bit of a goof. And also I didn't do a whole lot on the storyboard, so it might take me a little while, but let's swap over here. Glad I got it done. Took a little longer than I wanted. It's all good though. It's all good. Progress is progress, even if it's slower than what you want. So can't rush it. It's gonna take the time that it's gonna take. But I am glad I got some time to stream. Glad I got to work on this. It was a fun page too, so like I'm not really upset it took longer. I just gotta move quickly to get other stuff done, you know. This screen turns on and off while it's saving. It's a little annoying. Yeah, so tomorrow's stream, I probably won't get a whole page done. Just being real, because I think, if I remember correctly, when I did the next storyboard and the one after that, I think I was drinking a little bit. And I remember just being like really passionate, being like, "Oh, I'm so excited. I just like want to work on this stuff," and like that's why I didn't stop myself from doing it. But obviously that means like the quality of it is like sloppier, and it's not like the most cleanest setup lines. So I'm gonna have to like figure some stuff out. Like there's one in the middle of the page where like character's head is like half not there. Half of it is just not there. I didn't draw it. So like I gotta figure that out a little bit. In fact, I think really all that it's gonna do for me is just tell me like this is kind of what it's supposed to be. This is what's supposed to be in the panel. Don't just draw this. And also, this happens sometimes. Not like me drawing storyboards drunk or anything, but this happens sometimes where I will like have a piece of a storyboard and I'm like, okay, so I know it's supposed to be happening right here, but it sucks. So I'm just gonna not do what I drew and I'm gonna draw it again. And I think that's cool because I haven't had a chance to show that yet on stream. So I will probably do that tomorrow. I think I'll be able to get to 3 panels. 3 panels is what I did today. Granted, the bottom one is a lot more detailed. But yeah. That's what we're doing. So yeah, come by tomorrow if you are interested. But thanks for popping in. If you popped in a few times, thanks for dealing with the YouTube police with me, and see you tomorrow.